Hey, this is Tom, Nerd Remix. I got one for you. Some college kids go on a road trip, right? Their car breaks down, right? In a creepy town, local legend has it, there's mutants in the woods that cannibalize weary travelers, right? Have you heard it before? Have you heard it before? If you're a horror movie fan, you have. It's been done to death. I think it all goes back to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You can trace everything back to that. But there's still, there's still room. There's still the possibility that you're going to get a quality example every once in a while. Wrong Turn, a movie that gets bagged on a lot. I like that. That was basically the same premise as this, and this is Albino Farm. Came out in 2009. I'm just now getting to it. Sorry. Written and directed by two guys, Joe Anderson and Sean McEwen. I don't know what the budget was, but the movie looks really good. The four kids in the that play the leads, in the college kids anyway, all pretty strong actors. The one that plays Stacy, I believe her name's Tammin Sursak. My wife and kids walked through the room as I was watching it, and they mentioned that she's been on Young and the Restless and Hannah Montana. So yeah. Anyway, the other one of the other college kids, like the main male protagonist, he doesn't live to the end. I'm not going to spoil everything for you. There is a final girl in this. That's another horror staple, but it is what it is. Nick Ritchie is the guy's name. He plays Brian. He plays a character that you can't wait for him to die because he's that big of a douchebag, right? Basically, kids end up in this town. They break down. They go to this creepy gas station to get a tire. It just so happens the guy's got a bunch of tires, and the guy that does the gas, that owns a gas station or whatever, he spouts some Bible verses. He's got creepy looking, fucked up eyes, and it's Dwayne Whitaker. He's been in Trailer Park of Terror. He was in H2, so he's kind of a genre vet, right? Sure. But anyway, the kids end up going to this town trying to find out the legend behind this albino farm because they're doing a project on history and the folklore of rural America, and I guess they're down in the Ozarks somewhere. So anyway, Chris Jericho plays one of the wrestler. He plays one of the whacked out townies that take him out to this albino farm, and once they get out there, terror ensues. Their car gets disabled. They get split up. Bad things happen. The makeup effects in this are really good. Cinematography and the sound's a little bit uneven. I really like the soundtrack. I don't know who did the soundtrack. I thought it said Scott Rockenfield, and I'm not sure, but I think that was the drummer for Queensryche, right? I don't know. Somebody tell me. But anyway, pretty good flick. Like I said, it's a tired premise in the horror genre, but this is a pretty good example of that you can still have quality and still nick on that storyline. And also, I would be remiss if I did not mention Pig Bitch. Pig Bitch is in this movie. She wields a massive hook, a hay hook. She messes some people up with it. She's pretty badass, and I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. From the neck down, Pig Bitch is hot. She's a butterface in this, the ultimate butterface. And for those of you that don't know, Pig Bitch is played by Nerd Remix's own inaugural, first ever Horror Hottie of the Month, Bianca Barnett. And Bianca does great in this. She's pretty menacing. She kind of acts through the prosthetics. She's got a lot of heavy shit on. They show them putting it on in the special features of the DVD. Said it took 3 or 4 hours. And she still brings some personality to that role, which is really cool because it's hard to do in prosthetics. I think the first guy that ever did that was Boris Karloff in the Frankenstein, makeup. And there's been a lot of examples before that. I'm not saying that Bianca Barnett's Boris Karloff, so nobody gives me any, hate mail or whatever. But she does, some of her personality does come out in this because she's pretty badass anyway. Why would she be the Nerd Remix Horror Hottie of the Month if she wasn't? But anyway, Pig Bitch, Butterface. Chris Jericho's in it. Pretty solid example of kids go to the woods, mutants kill kids and eat them. The endings are pretty good. The ending's really creepy with the tent revival and everything. I'm not going to give it away, but I'm going to say Albino Farm 7.5 out of 10, and that's pretty high for me. I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8 because fuck it, Pig Bitch is pretty badass when she tears that dude's tooth out. But anyway, I'm Tom. Check out Albino Farm. 8 out of 10. Support independent cinema. Thanks.